We see a whole variety of problems of soil ulcers and white line disease, digital dermatitis, the whole lot really. Everything that you can sort of possibly think of that's recognised anywhere on any dairy farm. They're all far too common. We see some farmers, a lot of farmers doing a good job, but there are other farms where they don't really have the skills and are relying on external people coming in, usually contract foot trimmers, with mixed results. Unfortunately, the standard of trimming generally sometimes leaves a lot to be desired, both on farm and sometimes contract trimmers. Sometimes the use of power tools can create a bit of an issue, and also doing large numbers of cows at one time puts a lot of pressure on whoever's doing it, and it's easy to cut corners or maybe not do the best job that could be done. We decided to launch the Cattle Lameness Academy and exploit what we think is quite a wealth of experience in our practice, and also combined with another practice in Yorkshire, the Bishop Veterinary Group. We sort of decided to put all our foot care services and advice under one umbrella, and a big part of that is to provide a whole range of training courses that will suit all different types of situations on the farm, whether it's training up experienced foot trimmers who want to become professional, or just a first aid course for people that realistically they just want to be the first responder as quickly as possible.
Well, what we're finding is that cows are much more robust than we've been led to believe. High yields don't go with low pHs necessarily. There's bigger differences between farms than there are between systems. So the high yielding cows have no lower pHs than low yielding cows. That's right, we're currently testing systems where the cows are measured automatically when they come into be milked, which means you don't have to go around with a mobile phone finding individual cows. It'll happen automatically. I've been privileged in my career. I helped invent robot milking, which has changed the way we've managed milking. I've invented the rumen pH bolus, which is changing the way we feed cows. Now I'm working on a fertility product which will revolutionise fertility management.
Well, this machine has a robotic arm for milking cows. It's showing it this moment of time with one box. It has the ability to have a box on the right and the left, so to milk 120 cows in a 24-hour period. This machine works by identification. When the cow comes in, it's identified. If it's due to be milked, the cow then, or the machine then goes across to the cow, and it takes a wash cup and it washes the cow. It dries the teat. It then also takes the foremilk from that teat and then does all four. It's done by both, yes, laser and by camera. It is then locked into the memory of the computer, so it knows exactly the next time it comes back to milk that cow, the coordinates of where the actual teats are, and therefore it does that every day. And so as the udder conformation changes during the lactation of the cow, it knows exactly where the cows are as the cow's udder changes during that lactation. Our competitors only have one arm for one box. We can actually do two boxes, therefore 120 cows, as I say, in a 24-hour period.
Variable this year, Peter. I think it's been a difficult year. It's been cold earlier on, dry until the summer, that is, and basically the development of the crop has been sort of held back a little bit in the early stages. Crops are caught up now. When the farmer looks in the field, there's probably quite a normal kind of size of crop there, looking okay. But unfortunately, the development has probably been delayed by the lack of sunshine that we've had. It's been quite a cloudy summer, lack of sunshine. Basically, it means the crop's about 2 to 3 weeks behind where they would be normally. The great thing to do is not just look over the fence, is to get in the field, walk into the crop, have a good wander into the plants, maybe take 5 or 6 plants out of there, take the cobs off, have a look at the cobs, stuff them in half, stick your thumbnail in, see whether it's nice and starched, whether the cobs have gone hard, whether the starch has been deposited in there. If it's still very milky and there's still squirting juice everywhere and everything else, basically it could be wise to leave it for perhaps another week whilst the sunshine's still out there and get a bit more sort of accumulation. Whilst the weather's nice, crops will carry on depositing starch, put on between 2 to 4% dry matter each week. I mean, the great thing about maize is it can be fed sort of straight away, but there has been some research and evidence to show recently that if you leave it ensiled and closed in the clamp for sort of 8 to 12 weeks before opening it, that the actual fermentation process that's going on, it can actually make some of that starch and some of the energy more readily available to the cows if it's allowed to sort of ferment and go on. So if you can possibly do it, leave the clamp closed up for about 8 weeks or more, and that should improve the digestibility of the maize coming out when it's fed to the cows.